Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of AD&D's Champions of Krynn Remastered. We're continuing our Iron Man run. We're getting fairly close to the end of the game. We're riding on the backs of dragons right now. Some time passes as Taz maneuvers the citadel. Sounds from below indicate another imminent attack. Bozak, stinking cloud. Another stinking cloud. Okay. I have to decide if I want to attack the dragon. I think I'm actually going to cast some darkness here. I think we can save ourselves. Okay. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Thursday. I'm going to send a fireball into the darkness. And make sure this isn't my guy. It is. It's Saztown. Okay. Rope column. Maybe you out of the way here. You're doing good. Glad to hear that, Mr. Spock. Okay, liver best, get out of the way. You're coughing. Bozak exploding in the darkness. Can you see the dragon? No, you cannot, but that doesn't mean we can't cast something over there. Let's see. Go up here. Let's use a wand of lightning. Surprise! Lightning bolt in the dark. It's like the Dio song, Rainbow in the Dark. Got it. We live to fight another day. Taz calls out from above. We've reached Krynn. Brace yourselves. The other citadel is trying to block us. We can't let them stop us or the good armies will be destroyed. Feel the citadel pick up speed. Through a window, you see other flying castle looms suddenly larger. Suddenly, the two impact. The main tower pitches forward, throwing everyone to the ground. Everything seems to be falling. We took a bunch of damage. As the dust settles, you find yourself in the main courtyard of the opposing citadel. The remains of the tower strewn about you. Both citadels seem to be crumbling and heading downward. That was a bit of a tumble. Let's find a way off before the whole place crashes. There might be some way out through the caves below. Ah! Dragon and Bozaks. Well, we're going to do our own stinking cloud. How do you like that? We got our straw going. Yes, we wish to go down. Does that lead us back out that way? Damage scam. You find more castle guards. Straw Golem doesn't care about poisonous gas. Use your short bow +1. Some dispirited guards are standing under an overhang here. You might be able to price attack them. Do you do? Yes. Allow them to flee. Yes. Found a treasure cache. I almost didn't go in this room. Splint mail and 1 spear. Okay. It's got to be up here. I wonder if we're getting scammed by this door. Yeah, it was a scam. More castle guards. I think I want to kill these first. Freeze fire. Straw Golem just took 64 damage because they take double damage from fire. Let's see here. Okay. Go down, yep. Party of uniformed humans are arguing at the corner. Each wants to be the first to be flown to safety. You attack. Yes. Allow them to flee. Yes. In the darkness of the caves, the uniforms still look serviceable. With the panic, you could disguise yourselves. You want to? Yes. Since the enemy has no dwarves or kender, Taz and Lemonhead ST and Draconic Dude must pretend to be prisoners. The citadels are over the middle of Krynn, sinking slowly. Bits of rock are falling steadily, wreaking havoc. Several dragons arrive. One growls, "Hurry, fools! Nearly everyone is off. I don't fancy being buried alive at 500 feet in the air. Do you mount up?" Yes. Hey, Zombo and Jimmy, welcome in. How are you guys doing? Nice touch with the disguises and prisoners. Yeah. Jimmy says, why can't we stick the kender on top of the dwarf? Pull a Three Stooges moment. The heart of Krynn is in disarray as rubble falls from the sky. Okay. Now I know there's a place we can train, strangely enough. I think it might be right here. Nope, I guess not. Maybe it's up there? No? The ogres agree to our plan. Maybe I'm getting confused with another game, but I could swear there was training somewhere around here. Amongst the garbage in this decrepit building is a shiny but obviously cheap crown. Do you take it? Yes. We're going to give that to one of the dragons. The old dragon that we find. They're arguing vehemently over whether to replace Murtani, the human leader. Encourage the plot. Their encouragement, the humans decide to rebel against Murtani. How do you respond? Greet. You are expected. You will be aided. Okay. I think the dragon's in here, maybe? Yeah, here we go. Old battered dragon. The dragon perks up when sees Taz playing with the fake crown. The crown of jewels. I must return them to the vault. He moves to grab the crown. Do you let him? Yes. Takes the crown and races over to the headquarters. The guards try to bar his way, and a fight erupts. When it's over, the dragon is slain and the gate guard is weakened. There's one more area. I think up here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. The ogre leader Grabnock again. He roars, "So you've arrived! Bertani is in the headquarters. When you attack the gates, my ogres will help." Okay. Save. Mr. Spock says, "Kenders are just two dwarves standing on each other in the trench coats." And Jimmy says, "Do the curly shuffle to confuse the dragons." All right. Aid on Jimmy. Resist fire on Covania. Now, I'm going to unequip my weapons so that my initiative is faster. Okay. You've reached the doors to the Merteni stronghold. There are fewer guards now. It looks like a very tough fight now. The ogres flank. I don't see any ogres. Okay. Now, what kind of wands do you have? Fire, fireballs, lightning. We've got a bunch of scrolls. Confusion, charm monsters, monster summoning 3. Power word, kill. I think I'm going to use the wand of lightning here. Fire makes so much more sense. Fireball. Even though it's not going to hurt the dragons as much, it'll hopefully hit more of these. Oh yeah, and we have a cascade of Bozaks exploding. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Wand of Ice Storm. Darkness. The dragon casts darkness on us. Alright, short sword +4, dagger +2. Success. The gate is secured. The ogres will protect you. Nice. Hey, says Tim, welcome in. How are you doing? Save. Let's get our straw golem out here. Put the rope golem up here. As you enter, the ogres form up on your flanks. You meet some of Murtani's personal guard. Okay, now we do have some ogres on our side. Alright, the Aurak's dangerous. We need to try to kill him. ASAP. I think I am going to use a Wand of Ice Storm. Thanks for giving Sadstam the shout out, Jimmy. Or Mr. Spock, whoever did that. It was a long bolt. Okay, the Aurak's going to explode now. Stay away from him. Aurak is strangled. That's great. He's still strangled while he's in lightning form from the rope golem. Go back. He should explode. Success. Says picked up a bunch of full screen movies at a thrift store day. Oh, nice. Is that for your new TV setup? The main force is ogres set up here along the gate. A few come along to act as guides. Meet another contingent. Okay. Another Aurak. Shoot bolt of energy. Sorry, ogre. The ogre's the one that took the bolt. Yeah, you need content for it. Yeah, that's awesome. Govania lost his phantom armor. Now we just wait for him to explode. Turns into a whizzing ball of lightning. Can't hurt it. Except for his explosion, that can hurt it. Okay. Oh my goodness. So many guards. Okay, Jimmy. On the ice storm. Breathes noxious poison. Jimmy's blinded. Covania. Hey, Covania. Welcome in. How are you? I am wounded, he says. Yep. Jimmy, just run. Let's have the straw golem distract. Okay, we got our rope golem. Place here. I think I have to go down here first. Yeah, we found a key. Do we go in here? Library. Yeah, use the key. So then we get the recipe for the salve that we need. Come in here. The salve is created and applied. Okay. Now we can go through here. The ogres turn to ash. Gravnak comes up, looking grave. He speaks. Journal entry 79. Gravnak's story about the Guardian. The oldest rulers of Krynn ordered the city's mages to create a deadly guardian for their castle. How they did it, no one knows, but the magicians gave this to the king. Over the years, it became unruly and was locked in the vaults below the building. We know of no way to harm it or chase it back to the vaults where it was kept. All we know is that the ancient tome in the library contains a recipe for a salve that will protect the wearer from the Guardian's deadly bolts. That's a typo. Hey, Draconic Dude, welcome in. How are you doing? Forgot to mention earlier, but Humble Bundle has a Dragonlance book collection. 26 items in EPUB format. Up for another 3 hours. They're hard to find books, so nice to at least be able to get them in digital format. Thanks for giving Draconic Dude the shout out, Jimmy. Okay, we already did that. Here we go. Okay, there's going to be 2 fights here. This first fight, I don't think is as big of a deal. Yeah. Cast a fireball down toward him. Let's see here. Wand of fire. Mr. Spock says, yeah, we have a link to them on the Discord. Chandler blinks out. A little late, Covania. On your fireball. The enchanter blinked in right in the correct moment. He did not get hit by the fireball. Offer expires in 3 hours. Covania says I had a terrible itch on my nose. Evil champion is strangled. He got strangled to death. Okay, this next fight's going to be much harder. Let's unequip again. I'll go ahead and use this too. Or not. Let's see, we are healed. Potion of Giant Strength. What is your strength? 1800, yeah. Now he has 21 strength. Nice. Okay. Thanks for giving Covania the shout out, Jimmy. Bertani's Dragon Master stands here in his full regalia. His young pupils are at his side. He speaks. I guard the entrance to my master's lair. You will go no further. Oh boy. Okay. I think I'm going to use a wand of Ice Storm, but I want to kind of move away a bit. That cuts down their breath attack a lot. Wand of Frost. We're going to do Ice Storm. We're going to do Hail. Yeah, dude did get smashed there. He's got 16 hit points left. Where's your weapons? Okay, dragons are down. Now we just got the Dragon Master, who has 6 hit points left. Probably use a wand of magic missiles. Yep. Success! Plate mail, shield, and longsword. Okay, who's carrying the least here? Perfect. You find a passage. Do you take it? Not yet. We need to rest. There we go. We've got 2 major fights left. Phantom armor put back on Covania. Let's put some on the rope golem and the straw golem. And then we'll do improved invisibility on Covania and Jimmy. Your burdens are too great, Covania. Okay, I do have one more resist fire. Let's put that on the straw golem. Bertani is here talking with his lieutenants. He turns to you and snarls. You have reached the heart of my domain. Very good. I was hoping to thank you for luring the good army near me. He points behind him. Pinned to the wall is Maya in human form. She only has enough strength to lift her head and look hopefully at you. Bertani continues. She flew in after me, foolish creature. Now she can watch as her last hope dies with you. I am done fencing with you through my minions. Now you face the master. Prepare for your doom, he attacks. Okay. Let's hit as many as we can here. I don't think we injured him. Nope. Okay, Jimmy, that's your job. Nice. All right, says Wand of Frost, Ice Storm, Hail. Okay, no casting from them this round. Explosion. Jimmy says these golems have stuck with us through thick and thin. They're the real MVPs. They actually did save us from getting party wiped in one of the fights in the last stream. From a bunch of stinking clouds where the whole party was disabled. They really, really saved us. They're immune to stinking cloud. Okay, now we just have to get away from Murtani. Yeah, you stay there. Move over here. Now we wait for it to explode. Let's see. Covania says, for being walking tinderboxes, they're pretty sturdy. When did you get them? They come with the Golem spell, which is a level 5 cleric spell. So we've had it for quite a while. And I've been summoning them occasionally. But what happens is they will just break down with time. And they disappear. So you have to keep summoning them every so often. And it takes them a while to build. So the cleric can build a straw golem in about an hour. So you have to stand around for an hour while he constructs. The rogue golem, I think, takes 2 hours. And then there's 2 more types. There's going to be a leather golem and wood golem from that spell, but we're not high enough level to summon those yet. Yeah, they're resistant to certain types of damage. They have lots of immunities. Even though their armor class sucks, a lot of things can't hurt them. Or they'll take reduced damage. Bertani whispers with his last breath. The messengers will still fly. I have lost, but so has your army. Jimmy says, I remember having a straw or rope golem in the past, but it left the party after a while. Yeah, they still do that. These are different ones, Jimmy. They're not the same ones from earlier. I just keep recreating them. Hey, Ageless, welcome in. How are you doing? It says no clay or iron. That's not from a spell. You can build those. I did implement that in the game. Clerics can make clay golems, but I think the cleric has to be level 17. And it costs like, I don't know, 30,000 gold or something, and takes a month or something to create them. And then magic users can create flesh, stone, or iron golems, but again, you have to be pretty high level before you can do those. The good news about all those golems is they don't expire. But the bad news about the clay golem is I think it's a 5% chance per round in combat that they can go berserk and start attacking the other team. So if they're on your team, they can turn on you and start attacking you. So that's, a bit scary. Thanks for giving Ageless the shout out. Yeah, building the golems is a lot of fun. But we're not high enough level. We will be eventually, but not high enough. So we're using the golem spell, which creates lesser golems. He reaches into his bag and pulls out some potions. Okay, so this is for healing. Now it's after the messengers. This is the last fight. The boss fight, guys. The roof has been opened to the sky. The sky is clear, and 3 dragons prepare to take flight. If you fail to stop them, then the good armies will be destroyed. Okay, that one did darkness. This one breathes fire. Rope Golem, 77 damage. Draconic dude, 77 damage. Jimmy, 77 damage. Jimmy was just flat out killed. Straw Golem. Okay, that was rough. Wand of Frost. Ice Storm. Hail. Your teammate is dying. Yeah, we know this. Covania says, do you want to build a snow iron golem man? So Taz had those potions I thought were missing. Went missing, Jimmy says. And Covania says, waves random magical nonsense while imagining the wonders of having a golem. Yeah. Jimmy says, rough, he says. That was rough. 2 of our characters down immediately. Okay, now I have to try to get some more damage on these. I think we'll do lightning. I do have some scrolls here. Let me see what I have. Harward kill, cloud kill. What's on that one? Just OT Lukes. Reverse gravity. Prismic sphere. That would basically kill 2 of them instantly. But there's a really good chance I could fail to cast. Because it's a 9th level spell. So that's kind of scary. I don't know if I want to try that or not. I don't think so. I don't think I want to risk it. No. I'm not seeing anything here that I want to try. They have really good saving throws. Kenders always look like they're trying to annoy me, Mr. Spock says. I'm not the only one that sees that, right? Yeah, that's their purpose, Mr. Spock. Do we have any deaths to disappearance ending? I don't think so. I think I've used it all. Covania says, time to show them what real elemental mastery is. You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away. You never count your gold on the table. Mr. Spock says, well, where's Elminster when you need him? Speaking in riddles to some cheesemonger. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I need to do something immediately. Actually, Stinking Cloud, I think, is my best option here. Because we can cast that immediately and get 2 of these to not be able to do anything here this round. And then we got to start hitting the other one. Let's move over here and use this. Oh, that was a weak ice storm. That one's got 60 hit points left, but he can still do 60 damage. Okay. He can only do up to 45 damage now. Now, Liver Best will come in and clean up. Okay, there's one here in the darkness that we can't see. Let's kill this one. We'll try to do a slay on this. It's making us cough now. I should have had my whatchamacallits, longer range weapons. So those that don't know, I implemented this new feature yet. If you attack something in a cloud or like a hazard, if your weapon isn't 5 feet long or longer, because each square is 10 feet, then it's assumed you have to get into that to actually hit them. So like pole arms and things of that nature, you can actually attack them from outside the cloud and not be affected. Otherwise, you can potentially be affected. And that's what just happened to these two guys. They're coughing now because he has a long sword and he has a mace, and they're not 5 feet long or longer. So weapon choice will matter. Okay, this one is coughing. He's still in the darkness. So let's do our +2 dagger and short sword +4. He's coughing, so he can't do anything. He's just going to have to waste his turn. And Covania can see him now that the darkness is gone. We'll do a magic missile. Nice. Did I already bandage? No, let's bandage Draconic dudes so we don't have another person dead. Jimmy says we never need El Scamster. Got him. Unfortunately, Jimmy missed out on the experience. Victory! You have saved the good armies. Party gains experience. Slamneck Knights arrive on Dragonback. They land and bow before you. You have prevented the destruction of our armies. Your valiant fighting and great wisdom are inspirations to us all. With the threat of evil abated in these lands, you can pass your responsibilities on to the others. You may take a well-deserved rest. You have given us the tools needed to fight elsewhere. Do you give your major items to the knights to aid them in their future fights? So I put this in so you can choose if you want to do this or not, instead of it just forcing you to lose your treasure. So if I say no, I think it's either going to be considered chaotic or evil. But I don't think we've done any other evil acts, so it won't change our alignment yet. So I'm going to say no. Liver Best was ashamed. Thank you again for the dedication to your duty. You must accept these medallions. You're members of the Special Slamnik Order of the Champions of Krynn. You will be honored in song and legend forever. Maya's held forward. She smiles. I want to thank you personally for your heroism. You have honored the memory of Sir Carl. You are true heroes. In the distance beyond the cheering crowd is a single glowering figure. A whisper comes on the wind. I am impressed, but do not think that this will help against me. Lord Soth turns and leaves. Knights fly you back to the outpost. Okay. Now we got to get Jimmy resurrected. Which we do have the spell. Cast. Raise dead. Jimmy's raised from the dead. He lost the Constitution, but no hit points because he had above 16. 3 red dragons and they had some trash for treasure. That's not lore accurate, Asia says, LOL. Well, those were messengers. That wasn't their lair. They were messengers that were going to fly off. So that's why they don't have a bunch of treasure with them. The EGA art is so good, Jimmy says. It is. And we've got 3 level ups due. First, let's go to the armory. We've got other items and things we need to sell and get rid of. Speed up messaging. Keg of peppercorns. We've been lugging that around. Sling +1. I think I will hang on to that. The Footman's Dragon Lance will hang on to. So, okay. Got more stuff. Coffers I'm going to hang on to, actually, in these urns. We can animate those. The rug we can animate. Sculpture we can too. How much? Carpet. Platinum pot. Mace +2, sword +3, shield +2, blade mail +1, wand of paralyzation, wand of lightning, ring of protection +3. Nice. Okay. He has a +2 ring somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Let's equip this instead. Give him better saving throws. All right, what do we got? Scroll with illusionist spell, scroll druid, sell the druid. Two-handed sword +3. Okay, what's on this? Blur, spectral force, and solid fog. So I got to remember when the monk levels up, I need to get him all pike proficiency if he gets one, because I've got a +4 all pike waiting for Jimmy. Mr. Spock says, I forgot the money system was different in Dragonlance. It's almost the same except steel replaces gold. +2 rain protection, cloak of displacement. Split mail. Spear +2. I think I'm going to hang on to that. Wall of Ice, Extension 2, and Big Beast Forceful Hand. Okay. All right, let's go get our level ups applied. Jimmy first. Just remember if I can get him. Yes! We can get all pike. Boom. So, give the Spetum away. Where did the all pike go? They go of 10 with that. 1d6 plus 9 damage against small, 1d12 plus 9 against large. That's crazy good. And open hand attacks now, he does 3d4 plus 1. So he does 4 to 13 damage. And how many attacks does he get? 2.5. 2.5 per round. Nice. Starting to get really powerful. Okay, Liver Best, level 10 Paladin, and Covania, level 12 Magic User. And yes, we get 6 level spells now, so any that we have on scrolls, we can scribe. Wow, Reincarnation. Anti-magic shell's really good too. I think I'm gonna get Reincarnation though. Now we'll go to the inn. Let's see what we can scribe, level 6. Got a lot of them. Hey Sever, welcome in. How are you doing? Jimmy is a kung fu fighting monk with a pike. Yep, he's got his all pike. Visible Stalker. OT Luke's Freezing Sphere. Project Image. I already do enchant an item? Evidently not. Okay. Nice. He's got a good selection already. And we get another 4th, 5th, and 6th level spell to memorize. Hmm. I think I'm going to do Invisible Stalker. Cloud Kill. Ice Storm. And Liverbest gets another spell now. First level. Let's have him get a Cure Light Wounds. Thanks for the 100 bits, Severb. Sever says all pike facts. The Alspice or Allpike was a thrusting spear developed and used primarily in Germany and Australia from 15th to 16th centuries. It consisted of a long, thin spike of square cross section measuring up about a meter in length, mounted on a round wooden shaft and sometimes secured with a pair of langets. Langets? Is that how you pronounce that? Extending from the socket. The length of the shaft ranged from 5 to 6 feet. Yeah, that's way different than what Gary Gygax had. Gary Gygax has the all pike at 18 feet. Yeah, thanks for the 100 bits, Sever. I appreciate it. Save under me. Okay, now we got to transfer. And we're going to do... Gosh, do we do Death Knights of Krynn next? Or do we do Seeker of the Silver Blades? Death Knights is harder. I think I'll do Seeker of the Silver Blades next. Okay, the vault. I think I put all these in after I had made my code change. I'll pull these out just in case. But they should transfer. Let's see here. Zomble has 3 items. This is a new feature I added, I don't know, a few versions ago. Zomble has 3 items deposited in the vault. Do you want to keep them tied to the character for transferring them to the vault in another game? If you answer yes, the items will appear in the vault in the next game, but will be removed from this game's vault unless the character returns to the vault. So yes. Draconic Dude has 13 items. Yes. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to copy my latest build over to Seeker of the Silver Blades. Let's see. Polearms can be very long, Covenia says. The main reason the Macedonians steamrolled the Greeks is because they had the longest shafts. And Ageless says 18 feet. You're not taking that inside anywhere expecting to use it. Yeah. Jimmy says warm up the spell jamming vessel and keep the engine running. Okay. Let's close this. Build. All right, we're ready to go. All right, so let's make sure I've got all the options the way I want them. Looks like it. Add from champions. Let's see, Zomble. Some of those other characters were from other runs we had done. And we've got all of our stuff. You have grown bored with peace and yearn for a new adventure. Suddenly a dream lassitude overcomes you. A dream like lassitude. It feels as though you are floating high above the ground. A valley resolves itself below you. At its base is a small walled town. Higher up is a mine shaft surrounded by ruins. The top of the valley is filled with a shimmering glacier. Looking at the glacier, you feel a sense of disquiet. Peering closer, you note a castle embedded at its icy heart. You are sure that something waits there, something powerful and evil. Suddenly, you are rushing closer to the ruins. Below you appears an ancient well surrounded by people. There is a flash, and you lie on the ground dazed. Faces gather round as you slip into unconsciousness. Greetings, I am glad to see you are awake. I am Priam, mayor of New Verdigris, and your host. We are sorry for any inconveniences, but our needs are great. Called upon the well of knowledge to provide us with champions. You arrived, albeit dazed and bereft of equipment. That's what you think. We used the cheat. Conjure nephew or niece. Mr. Spock says, if you own an estate, I imagine that can't transfer between games either. No, it does. The estate transfers. This is all the equipment we have. Okay, we'll take it, even though we already have a bunch. Anything, we can sell it. Here's all the equipment we have. We have a plush fur rug, a painting, a gold-plated chalice, a large exotic carpet. Thanks a lot. Okay. I have to reorder here. This is the wrong order. Oil of etherealness. You can use my house as a base of operations. Okay. I already know not to do that. I know that we can get scammed in your house. The carpet will really tie the camp together nicely. Yeah. I do want to see how much experience we need. All right, first let's get our order back to the way it should be. Liver best up front. Then Zomble. Then Lemonhead ST. Then Jimmy. Then Draconic Dude. And then Covania. Paladin's really far from level up. Cleric is about 87,000. Now Saz, since he's multi-classed and he's already hit the penalty levels, it's even though it looks like he's about 60,000 away, he's It's way more than that. Jimmy's pretty far away. Draconic dude, a little less than 100,000. Covania is really far away. Okay. I do have to go check on the vault and see if I haven't tested if it's the same here, because this game did have a vault. I think I replaced it with my own, and if not, I need to do that. I might hang on to that halberd +2. Definitely hang on to the wand and the gauntlets. Covania says I got one more hit point, or I have been missing one hit point for the longest time. I need to hit the books or something with one of my books. Oh, I need to hit the books or hit something with one of my books. Yep. It worked. Nice. Okay. Let's just kill Marcus right away. Are you interested in trinkets? Okay, this he overcharges, and then once we kill him, oh, it won't allow us to fight. There's at some point we can fight him, but right now we can't. So there's some event that'll allow us to fight him. Okay. We're soft locked by the game. Okay, there's going to be a wizard fight here. First off, let's get our golems back. We got to have our golems. So we'll do one rope and one straw. Baneites attack. Those are some hefty clerics. Jimmy, you can sniper one of them. Were the trinkets any good? Draconic dude says no, not well, not for us. To get that level up. Oh, you mean you need to hit the books to get the level up so you can squeeze more magic into the wrinkled folds of your brain, only to forget it when you use it and have to go through another cram session. Do we go with the all pike +4 or do we go with martial arts? I think the all pike +4. So he has heavy armor on, but we still didn't penetrate. Oh, he's carrying all this money. That's why he's overloaded. Yeah, I need to go back to the vault. Kavania says, sounds like most of my life I cram things and then forget. Do you really? Is that for school? Magic leather armor. Welcome back. No, I don't want to hear that. Liverbest is still ashamed from not giving the items to the Solamnic Knights. We need to oh, he has to confess it. I forgot about that. Since he's a paladin, we gotta do a confession at the temple. Confess. Liverbest sins have been forgiven. Okay. Looks good. This will be a good place to save it for now, guys. I don't want to get too deep into this since we just beat the other one. But yeah, looking good, looking good. What I like the most about transferring to all the games with full power is we don't have to spend time grinding to get strong enough to be able to beat the game's Iron Man, but they're still very challenging. So it's a very good, clean play through the game. And then we can avoid tedious fights by just saying, yeah, allow them to flee when we're overpowering for them. It's very pleased with that. Covania says, I used to write papers for graduate students in college in Dragon Box. And oh, hey, Irish, welcome in. Says in Dragon's box set. I might have missed something. Severed says a lot of the long pole arms I can't see being practical in small fights in CRPGs. They're designed for use by platoons of soldiers against cavalry units charging on horseback. Yeah, or for guarding, like holding it and everybody's rushing forward, that kind of deal. Like the pikes. Drake Donik dude needs to head out to some stores. Oh yeah, we'll see you later. Hey Millennial, welcome in. How are you doing? I'm getting ready to stop for the night. Sever says, that said, I've been trying to have one polearm fighter in my Baldur's Gate 3 parties. At least Liverbest doesn't pay the 1,000 gold to the Oathbreaker Knight like Paladins do in Baldur's Gate 3. They still sacrifice their shares, but all the games, most of the games that are gold box, they give you way too much treasure anyway, so it doesn't matter. Unless you turn on my economy adjustments, which is a flag you can turn on. I have not turned it on. But if you do, that fixes the bad economy. Okay, guys. So let me do a raid if you're into that. Let's see who we got on. I'll send you over to Nostalgic Rhino. It's playing more December games. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.